Let's say we're all playing the game of poker and we push all our chips in the middle of the table. What would that signify? Justin Tuck was sitting in the room at the back and he raised his hand and he said, well, that means you're all in. You're ready to win. You're done going halfway. I said, okay. Now let's say in this poker game, everyone begins to show their cards, but then you try to pull your chips back and explain to everyone you were just kidding. I remember he smiled and he said, well, if you're playing poker at my house, there's a good chance you're going to get punched in the face. I said, Justin, you're right. If we would never do that in a game of poker, why do we do it with our lives sometimes or get tempted to? When things start going bad, we start looking for an exit strategy. So I gave him the chip that night like you saw on a marker. Simply said, you sign it. Put it someplace you see it every single day. And when you see it, it doesn't make you perfect. Just ask yourself the question, am I giving my God-given best? Some guys took the chip and they placed it in their locker and they said they'd look at it and touch it before they would hit the field. That helped them play better, I guess. But others took the chip and said, you know what? I'm all in for football, but I haven't been very committed as a husband or a father for my family. This chip is going to go in the middle of my kitchen table. I'm going to explain to them what it means from here on in. One of the guys in the video, Antrell, he sent me a Twitter message 2 weeks after they won the Super Bowl to show me he got the words all in tattooed across his chest. I said, Antrell, I never said to go and do any of that. But he gave me a pretty good reply. He said, Gian-Paul, I did it because if it's just a t-shirt, I could always take it off and put it on whenever it looks good to others. And I'm starting to learn that real commitment, it's not what you do when people see, it's what you do when no one's watching that makes all the difference. So I turned down professional basketball and came back home, became the greatest thing I thought I could become. Public school teacher. Yeah. And yeah, you know, get it. Less zeros in the paycheck, you know, being a teacher, but you look at the faces of the students I get to work with, the students you get to work with. For you, that's priceless, isn't it? Can't put a dollar amount on that. See, the greatest thing about All In, which we understand in this room, is that the greatest thing about All In is it's not about us. See, when I first came back from Los Angeles, I wanted to help students so bad, but I didn't know in the state of New Jersey you need something called the teacher's certificate to teach. I didn't know that. So, much like you, I had to go back to school at night and online to get my certificate. But in the meantime, I wanted to get prepared, so I went to the only place that would open up their doors that I could work with students. I went to jail. I started tutoring in juvenile detention centers across the state of New Jersey. And one of the wardens recognized me. He said, hey, you're that basketball player. I said, well, I used to play. Now I'm getting ready to be a teacher. I'm very excited about this. He said, no, this is a good thing. I want to start a basketball team in this jail. You know, it could kind of be like that movie, The Gridiron Gang, and you look a little bit like The Rock, so maybe this could work out a little bit. And I said, sir, I don't know about all those things, but if it helps these students, let's try. So we started playing basketball in jail. And even though people said, why are you wasting your time with that? Man, these kids they're a mistake. I said, you can make a mistake, but you're not born a mistake. And it started working. Finally, they wanted to buy us jerseys, so they said, well, hey, what do you want to name the team? We're going to put it on the jersey. You know, it's got to be something tough. We're in jail, maybe jailbreakers, bar busters, something like that. And I said, I don't know, but if I'm in charge of the team, I only want 2 words on the jersey. These are the words on the front. It's hope. See, you like me, probably, yeah. You like me know that this is one of the greatest things we have. Ability to hope. See, the greatest thing about giving hope, I feel, is when we've given others hope, they start to believe they can have this future. You really can't have one without the other, can you? They work together that way.